What is this stand for a goal difference now?
But all together,
our goal difference is -1, bro.
The defending was not
-1.
good enough.
We're back to the minuses, bro, and it's these players' fault. I swear, if Onana comes out in the press conference, I'm done. If this guy comes out in the press conference, because every time he does something stupid, he's in the press conference saying we are in this together. If he tells me,
no, you come and say it's on him.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
The second boy is not really that bad.
Let me just hold on. If we sat Lily's, I want to make a comment for the people in the comments saying that Amarim out. You can change the coach 20 million times. It's not gonna make a difference. We all know the players have to go. So I don't know those in the comments.
But you see, that's the thing. But who would you keep?
Also,
who would you keep? Who would you keep in this squad? Like realistically, there's only like
2 or 3.
Barring the new players. Who would you keep? You can't really keep anyone because it's like all of you are rubbish.
No one.
Like except Mainu.
Exactly.
I'm not seeing anyone
but
that Mainu
right
and
now,
like Ahmad. That's the two. Everyone else is like, I don't really see why I wouldn't sell you. That is crazy, bro.
Lillis United. Who would you have put on? Because I guarantee you, if Bayern had been there, it's possible he would have let in like what 6.
It's not even.
We don't know.
It's not even a Bayern thing, bro. It's just this.
No, I'm just Charles. Calm down. I'm just responding to Lillis United's comment. He's saying that he's over this the coach, and why did he put Onana in goal and da da da. You try go kick a ball in minus something degree weather I'm not giving Onana an excuse. I'm actually not, but try kicking the ball in rain minus something degrees and see how it works for you.
Bro,
that's all I'm saying.
I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
That's not the problem.
I have played ball in -20, minus whatever, fam. And I've been wearing them.
I know.
And I'm not even wearing them heated socks or anything, bro. Onana, blood on his hands.
Charles,
I'm still saying it, man.
I'm not giving him an excuse because his game today was horrible. From minute 1 was horrible, but also the defense was just stupidly horrible. And Dalot, for some funny reason, decides he wants to be striker at the last minute of the game. This is your 3rd or 4th game doing that. When are you gonna learn?
I've had it ever since that
West Ham.
That guy was CR7, bro. What?
I don't think Delors had one good performance this season. But he still manages to play all the time.
Because he's the only one that can do it. He has an engine, even though his body is literally looking like it has been run down. Let's just sell everyone, honestly. Let's just sell everyone. Keep Mainu, keep Ahmad, keep the new signings we made in the summer. Everyone else, we'll just do a quick sale, bro. Because I'm like, I can't once you start talking about the players that we're even talking about selling, nobody has energy for any of these players. Nobody wants to we've spoken about selling Rashford for time. Dalot has been talked about being sold for time. Bruno, the conversation has been there. Casemiro, bro, our entire team is looking just like, okay, what can we get for you? That's how it looks right now. What can we get for you?
Papi, I'll be quick here. Just to say that some players doesn't have any future at this club, and it is only like 4 people that started today where I'm like, nah, you don't fit into the system, no way, no shape or form, and the rest they could improve on. My list: Garnacho, Bruno, Dalot, Licha. They have no future in this in the system at all. There's enough data to show me that these four they have no future in the system. Just move. Like at some time, you just need to be brave with the ball. And if you're not brave with the ball, you ain't gonna get those chances. Like the first goal, that's bravery with the ball. You get the ball, you see the forward pass, you do the forward passing. There are points in the game where like players are open and like, bro, who's come to collect this ball? Like Rashford, they're subbing Rashford. Oh yeah, he's on that list. They're subbing Rashford, and this guy wasn't moving for like a good 2 minutes. Like, bro, move around with the ball. Might not have the ball in the middle of the pitch. And everybody just standing. Like, move.
Y'all
Move,
should leave
please. Drop
Rashi
the ball from our half
alone.
to the
Like
other half, and
Rashi is
nobody was moving.
insane.
It's like, to me, listen, some players have no future at the club. Like, I know that when they come on, I'll see failure. We cannot defend corner kick. When I see that, I consider that failure already. So to me, those are washed already. I expect zero from that already. And so that's about it. Again, good rotation. Some players did well, some players didn't do well, and we move on from that.
Oh, by the way, guys, this was supposed to be our best defense today. They licked Martinez and Lenny Euro. Just have that in mind. This was supposed to be our best defense today, and it looked the shakiest that I've seen of all the combinations.
Oh, I forgot.
I
Delay
I
on the
have a
ball,
question. I
zero.
have a question.
Delay on the ball, zero. Delay defended, good. On the ball, zero.
Yeah, he's a defender.
But at
Yeah.
some times when we have the ball and we need to progress, he will not give you that. To me, I really understand. Like Delay, you will not give me nothing progressing with the ball. You're gonna do sideways passes all day. So for him,
It
on the
was is
ball,
the
zero.
please note that Delit was the catalyst for one of our goals.
That's why I
So
also
so
disagree with that
I
notion.
don't know why you're saying
No,
that Delit
see,
was
Exactly.
bad on the
I
no,
ball.
no, no, no,
disagree
no, no,
with
no, no,
I
no, no. Like
disagree
when you talk
with
about
delete.
players good on the ball, yeah.
Yeah,
Try
what
and compare
That
Harry
what
Maguire.
mistake? What mistake
exactly. What
did Delit
mistake did
make on
Delict
the
make
ball?
on the ball? Delict was the one that was orchestrating the whole
I have a
our
question.
pass. Nah,
It's
that
too
one
many
was
people
Really?
talking, one at a time.
so yeah. Ask your question, Doc.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
No,
What's
no
your
question.
question, Doctor?
I
Oh,
can
Oh,
sorry. I'm a little bit delayed.
Well, yeah, the Wi-Fi was not working
Wi-Fi
out.
as well.
all right. Can I just
Are
say
you
something
Doc
quickly?
Doc?
Can I say something quickly?
Benidre, go ahead.
Yeah. Let me just finish off let me just start off by finishing what I was saying about Dillit. I didn't see Dillit making any mistakes on the ball today, right? So and he was pretty much responsible for us getting one of those goals. So I don't have a problem with Dillit today. I didn't see Lenny making any mistakes either.
No,
For
Mm.
that
Lenny
matter.
got spun. Lenny got spun by Chaloba a couple of times. A
But he
couple of
recovered.
times.
Nah, he
That
recovered.
side he
He
Exactly.
got,
he still recovered.
yeah,
Exactly.
What
but he
He
those
still,
recovered.
those those
That
spannings were
happens.
useless. He
It's
still
football.
recovered. They didn't
yeah,
come.
but that
They
still took
didn't
Forest
generate any.
up
Guys,
the
But he didn't.
pitch.
But
hold on.
ultimately,
But you
but
cannot say that
ultimately, he
that's a
didn't
wrong.
Kani,
make.
Kani,
Exactly.
Kani,
He
let
didn't make a
Benidre
mistake.
speak. Let Benidre speak, and then from there, after he finishes, he can pass the ball to somebody. Let's all listen to each other.
My bad.
Go
Right.
ahead. Joe.
So I'm saying that ultimately it didn't lead to any chance, right? But my biggest issue today is with our captain. And I've been saying it. I've been saying it, and people think people are getting at me because I'm talking about Bruno. Listen, Bruno is one of the most experienced players in the team. He's hailed as our creator, right? And he's our captain. So I hold Bruno to a much higher standard than most other players on the pitch. I call him a scammer because he somehow manages to have the shittest games. But at some point, he might come up with a goal or an assist. And my problem with that is we cannot keep playing Bruno, um, having him being a liability to the team, hoping that he's going to get GA at some point in the game. right? So I think one of the two of the biggest problems we have in that, well, three, is Bruno, um, Garnacho in the way he's being deployed, and Dallo. To me, it seems as though Dallo is just doing his own thing out there. I heard Doc said before that at the last minute he decided to be strike. No, it wasn't at the last minute. He has been doing it all game. He has been shooting from weird angles, 40 yards out all game, and I don't understand why. But those are the three main persons that I have a problem with today: Bruno, Garnacho, and Dallo.
I had a problem with Lissandro. I feel like he is getting very, very overrated in what he brings to the team.
Are we
That
done
third
yet?
goal, I don't even know how that third goal went in. I really don't know how it went in. He was right there, and for some reason, it just went in. Defensively, he has zero pace, and I'm just realizing he is not the quickest. He is not the strongest, and he is always the one that strikers tend to attack all the time. Like in that centre back position, nah, I don't see him there long term. I really do not. Just like what Bernard said about Bruno, we've been having the Bruno conversation for a while. So it is what it is. Garnacho, it is what it is. Dalo, yeah, that guy. Lord help us. But then you look at the bench and all these players we say we don't like. Who are you bringing on in their place? Players that are equally as bad, if not worse. So I don't even know. We're just in a situation where good thing that this guy came in when he came in. So this season is pretty much a free hit. He has the rest of the season to train these players. Come the summer, those that pick up anything from training, fine. Those that don't, we need to be prepared to move these men on, irrespective of who they are or our ties to them.
Okay. Are you guys finished? Well, listen. I agree with what you said there about free hits. These players are not Bruno's, Amarin's players whatsoever. He's working what he's got. And at the end of the day, you got to, I can hear everyone complaining and pointing fingers at certain players. Yeah, we lost the game. That's the reality, 3-2. But you got to give credit to Nuno Espirito Santos, the way he set up the game and his players in the mid-block. Right? 72% we had ball possession. That tells him they were sitting back. They had 3 shots on target, and those 3 shots on targets went in. We couldn't find a way in the final third. We couldn't string pass. Bruno was wasteful. Hollywood pass. Onana absolutely had a stinker of game. It was a bad day at the office. But what I wanted to say is that, we can point fingers at the players. They're not good enough, X, Y, Z. Everyone has a bad day at the office. But you got to give credit for how Nottingham Forest also set up, in terms of how they set up a mid-block. They were very high, hard to beat, hard to break down, right? So kudos for them for having 3 shots on target and actually scoring 3 goals. But if you look at the overall possession, we had 72% possession. That doesn't mean shit. 592 passes versus then 236. We had most of the ball. But that doesn't win you games. Sure, Dalot was shit in his decision-making. Garnacho was shit in his decision-making as well. Rashford came in and almost scored, right? But my point is, it's got to come a point for Amarin to decide, fuck this rotation, right? You got to start your best 11. This was a chance to get 3 points at Old Trafford. I understand the rotation is key and everything, but in this particular game, Nottingham Forest coming, you could have won this game. So, do we see consistency? Every single game start Mazarawi, or the only one that started last time was Ugarte. I thought that was great, Ugarte and Mainu. That is a good pairing. Yeah, Lenny Euro, First cameo, first start, liked it. Harry Maguire comes in, does perfectly fine. But Lisandro Martinez, I agree, he was way too slow in transition, in starting off the attack, And I think that everyone was shit today. There was nobody good. Bruno's goal was just like, what? Yeah, that went in. But we never looked like we were going to score again. So that is a problem. Like, how do we actually fix the attack? That's the question. I mean, what's the point of blaming? We all know who the players are. We know their shit and everything. But hey, let's give the managers a little bit of a time to cook. And then what you said, this is not his players, But also, you got to stop playing your best 11. Rotation doesn't work. That's my say.
Oh, we got City soon.
Yeah, City next week.
I think the biggest issue immediately that needs to be sorted is the number 10 positions. I
Garnacho cannot
think,
play that.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Garnacho he's not a 10 man. He can't
No,
do
he's
that,
not.
right? So we need to have that figured out. And I would, because I agree that this is like a free hit for the rest of the season, and I think it's a perfect opportunity for him, the manager, to experiment. So honestly, I don't have a huge problem with him rotating, because he has to do that to get to know. Remember, he didn't have a preseason, and he already explained why he's rotating for more reasons than one. And also, one of the benefits of that is that we aren't seeing injuries like we were seeing before under Ten Hag. So that's good
Mhm.
also. So I think though that for the 10, he should consider, some of the youngsters.
Yeah, can
He
be a
should do
shout.
that. Yeah.
Can be a shout.
And
But
also, I'm sorry. Also, I was thinking of, you know, trying Ahmad in one of the 10s as well, and drop Dallo, play Mazwari, play Malasia, in the wing back positions.
mm,
Um, put Diallo in one of the 10 positions, you know, and see how that works.
yeah, but the problem is that we don't create enough. We don't create enough even in these two number 10 positions. You try to convert a left winger into a number 10. That doesn't work. You play Rashford as also inverted winger into 10. Doesn't work. The only person that clicked that was dangerous, in my opinion, that was Amad Diallo. We should have played more
Right.
balls to Amad Diallo, but we didn't, right? Every time he got on the ball, something dangerous happened on the right-hand
Exactly.
side.
Exactly.
Manchester United, for the past years, has been very much left-dominated. Right now, you look at the right side, that's the most potent thing. So our left side doesn't really work in this system anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, come on. We lost this game 3-2. Did you feel that we're going to ever score 3-3? I didn't.
I didn't, because I didn't see where it was coming. We had a lot of the ball, but we just didn't know how to create a path to the forward. You understand? So, and that's why I'm thinking, if we can have Diallo in one of the 10s, right? Keep Menu and Ugarte in the pivot. Honestly, for me personally, I would drop Bruno. I would work with somebody else. Get one of the youngsters.
Well,
Something. Try something.
manager actually identified and hooked him off because he was wasteful. Like I would
Very wasteful.
arguably, I would arguably to say that in the second half, the 2-1 goal was Bruno's fault. Arguably to say the pass
Yeah,
was sloppy. You
exactly. He
know,
passed it behind Euro. He passed it
mm,
behind Euro. So even though Onana made a meal of it, I still put the greater weight of responsibility on Bruno, because as the captain and as an experienced midfielder, you should not be doing something like that.
mm. Well, there's a lot of work to be done for Amorim, 100%. I feel like since we sacked Ten Hag, it was kind of right off the season and just experiment, right?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take that, fuck it, just call these players out and basically come summer, get rid of certain players that don't fit that system. You got to sacrifice.
Yeah.
But as Amorim was saying, we will suffer 100%. We will suffer this season. But yeah, seriously, 3-2 is not a good result, and I'm suffering. I am.
You know what I wouldn't want to see him do though? I don't want him to fall in that trap that an Ollie or a Ten Hag fell in with Bruno, where he thinks that
Yeah.
he can't drop him.
But the thing is, I can see the comments, shit, goalkeeper, Lillis. I see that, but I don't want to acknowledge it. Like, everyone was dog shit today, right? And I'm tired of single out certain players to say, you're shit, you're shit, you're shit. This was a collective shit, right? In my opinion. You have a manager that trying to sort of get the best out of him, but there's no time for training. You know how hard it is to come in 3 quarters in the season and try to implement the style of play, and try to get this across to them. It's going to take time, right? 100%.
Yeah.
It is. So I'm accepting that, But to go in and say, yeah, Onana was absolutely dog shit today, 100%. But he's been very improved for the first part of the season as well, So you can look at it in isolation and different players. Like Dalot hasn't had a good season whatsoever. I agree. There's not been consistency. Onana's been consistent, but today he had a shit game, 100%. And that happens in football, 100%. Garnacho hasn't been consistent whatsoever. He hasn't been delivering ever since we switched this style of play. So the question is, will he survive in the summer? He's more of a right and left winger, like the cut inside, but he doesn't fit as a number 10. So the question is, will United pull the trigger in the summer to sacrifice certain players for Ruben Amorim? Nobody really knows, right? And that is the reason why we have a fan debate. And of course, everyone is suffering. This is a therapy session with pointing fingers, but you got to look at the reality. It hurts that certain players are not good enough for the system. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's true. What is somebody saying something?
What? Is somebody dying? What the hell is going on here?
No.
What? Did somebody fall asleep? Who is that? Bro?
That's Balitek.
Bali?
But jeez.
What the hell are you sleeping, man?
I fell asleep. Man is busy snoring, man. Oh, United will cause you stress.
He's still sleeping, Bali.
Yo, this man is proper snoring.
Crazy.
He's falling asleep. I gotta move him. I gotta remove you, brother. This is what United do for you, man. No, but all credits to Bali falling asleep in the middle of a live stream. I've never seen anyone do that. That's laughable. Bro.
Oh,
Check. Are you okay, Bali? Wait a minute. Let me put you in the state. Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. Bali Tech.
Oh,
he fell asleep. He's gone. All right. Bye-bye, Bali Tech. Listen, what I was saying, you got to give kudos to Nunes Espirito Santos. He found his club. He found his players. They're cooking. He set them up perfectly fine today at Old Trafford. He didn't come out. He hit us on the counter. 3 goals, 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Did well, I think. We need to pick ourselves up quickly because Manchester City is looming around the corner. Of course, City dropped points today. They're there for the taking, but it's up to us how we set up. I think that go in with your strongest lineup, whatever that is. I don't know. Who should we start in the attack? Rasmus Højlund got his goal, fantastic. But I don't see us having a threatening front three at the moment. And they used to be always our strongest weapon, like in our attack. So I don't know, man. What do you think? January, do we need to get a striker in, or is this good enough what we got? I mean, we're not scoring goals.
Well, Mick, I don't. People who know me know my stance on that already. The only way I can assess the the striker position is if chances are being made and the striker is fluffing them.
Hi.
Hey, doctor.
I can confirm I'm not asleep or snoring.
Doctor, good. We need you here. Balitek fell asleep. He was having a narcolepsy.
Yeah. So the only way I can truly assess whether or not we need a striker is if chances are being created for the strikers and they're not scoring them. And as far as I can see, that is not the case. Our number 10s are having a hard time finding our forwards. They can't. They don't know what to do. The real chances go to the wide players because we play to the side and not through the middle. So if you notice, Dalot was getting a lot on the ball.
Yeah.
When
But
Garnacho
Dalot is not seriously Dalot on the ball. He's never been a
No, but the point I'm making though, Mick, is that he is getting in those positions because that's how we play. He gets in those positions, they're very good positions. And I promise you that if any of the strikers were even getting the ball there, they would do something good with it. But Dallo doesn't know how to create.
Well, we have assembled a squad of misfits, in my opinion. We always used to have a set piece specialist that could swing in the ball, or we used to have wingers that can cross the ball. We don't have that. We don't have anyone to create.
The first man. We don't even be the first man.
No.
When we're doing free kicks or corners, we can't even be the first man. And it's always the same player taking them. It's always Bruno, and he isn't beating for the first time in the game when we beat the first man with the corner was after Bruno got off the pitch.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But my point regarding Diego Dalot was that yes, he can bomb forward, but he doesn't really do good crosses or end product, in my opinion. The only one that I admire, like that has courage and bravery, is Ahmad in certain ways. But we don't simply put in good crosses into the box. We don't have people that are good on the ball that can actually, do something with it, right? And we got absolutely smashed by Arsenal because they have two specialists that can do that. That's Saka and that is, Declan Rice. Kudos for them. Every team has one, right? We don't.
I believe
so it's either on the free kicks, it's either Bruno, fantastic, like he can ping the ball on the free kicks, or it's Rashford that was like, ping the ball over to Sainsbury's car park sometimes, right? Simple as that. And he was taking the corner today. I was like, oh, come on. Well, what about Onana? Like, that was frustrating for me when he was playing around, fiddling with the ball, trying to do the free kick in, and it wasted like 50 seconds, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. I guess Onana's body language would suggest that
he had a brain fart.
He was trying to convince us that it's the referee that's causing him to not do that. But all you need to do, Onana, is put the ball where the referee said that you're supposed to take the kick from and stop messing about. you know.
Mm.
So he was messing up big time there. But
Yeah.
but what I'm saying though, Mick, is that we need to have the tens. We need to have the tens making those clear cut chances through the middle. We also need to have the wide players, the wing backs, being able to put a proper cross into the box.
Mm. But
And
honestly, like, the first half was a good first half. Like, we conceded the first 90 seconds, then we came back, and then we fell asleep again in the second half because it was same outcome. Like, they scored early in the second half instead of us getting at it, right?
yeah,
But don't matter if you have 72% ball possession and seven shots on target. They had 3 shots on target and they score all of them. That's what counts in football, right?
yeah, that's
So
true. And a part of the reason is on paper, when you see 7 shots on target or 11 shots, I'm sorry, when you see 11 shots, 12 shots, up to 20 shots, it seems good at a glance. But then where are you taking those shots from?
okay, I'm gonna ask. Since we're talking about Onana, since we are rotating most of the squad, why don't we rotate the goalkeeper? Like,
Yeah. I was gonna say we could rotate in. I feel I would like. I thought we would do Onana in the Prem, Bayern in the Europa, that kind of thing, and then he in the Carabao Cup, that kind of idea. And I would like create some, is it competitiveness, but then again we've had such an unstable, is it start / beginning of the season where Erik ten Hag, I don't know what he was doing, then he got fired and Amorim has come with his own new ideas. So I don't even know if Amorim has it on paper to do that, because maybe there's so many moving parts that
yeah,
in his mind he wants like something stable,
yeah. I mean, that's what he brought in his assistant coaches.
Yeah.
One working with the attack, one working with midfield, one working with defense. He even brought in the goalkeeping coach, and so far it's been paying off. But what I'm saying is, like, is the number 2 better? Like, I have no grounds to say that Bayander is better. I haven't seen much about Bayander.
From what I've seen, the 2 games that we've seen Bayern in, which was in January against Newport County, and I think earlier on this season it was a Carabao Cup game. I think the 7-0 against Barnsley. He had a great, for the Barnsley one. He had a great defense, and it's Barnsley. It's not like he's gonna concede. So we didn't see it. Literally, we were on Barnsley's side of the pitch the entire time. He was chilling. You would see the thing pan over to him, and he's just standing there. Like Newport County, I don't remember the goals we conceded, so I can't really give you're right. We can't really give. We don't know whether he has an even more of a bozo gene than anybody on the defense. We don't know whether Onana is better than him. So I'm very sure maybe maybe Amorim doesn't want to play with that kind of fire at this point. In
No. But tell me
thing.
one thing. Like, I'm looking at the statistics. Like 3-2 was the scoreline, but if you look at the stats, United won this game. Unbelievable.
And can I just say something before you continue?
Okay.
Because I want to say something to Lillis United. Fenerbahce and Turkish League is totally different from the Premier League.
He knows that. He goes and watches Turkish League.
Yes, and I shout out. Now I'm not downing the Turkish League, the 2 systems are totally different. Just like it's different from the Spanish. The English pace is different from the Spanish pace. It's all different. So, and I'm not saying Binder is a horrible goalkeeper. I watched him during the Euros. I think he's wonderful. I think he's a great asset for United. He just needs to be. He
That
just
begs
needs to
the
play more
question. What I
often.
said, why can't we rotate goalkeepers if we're rotating the whole
I
squad?
have no problem. I have no problem rotating, because you remember back in when De Gea earlier on in De Gea's career, we had, oh my god, I'm going to ruin his surname. I think his name was Tomac Cusack or something like that.
All right.
He was rotated with him.
Fair play, but it is
I
what
have
it is, and
nothing.
we
I
don't
have
pick the
nothing.
team, and that's the thing. Like we can
Exactly.
have opinions. I don't know anything about it. Haven't seen. Lillis is saying that Bayanda is 5 times better because he's watched him in the Fenerbahce team. Fine.
Great, yeah.
He knows, and he used to be an ex-goalkeeper, and he can see something that we clearly can't see, right?
Possibly.
And you can be critical to certain players 100%, but I'm just critical to everything today, because if you look what I see here, like, the scoreline doesn't really tells you the story. Like 72% ball possession versus their 28,
Exactly.
592 total passes versus their 236, 522 passes completed. They had 155. Okay, you want me to continue? 17 total shots for Man United. They had 11, right? 7 shots on target, 3 shots on target for them, and 3 went in for them. 13 chances created for Man United, 9 chances created for Nottingham Forest. And touches in opposition box, 31 for United versus their 15. So what does this tell you?
They basically took their chances and it landed.
Exactly.
And that's my problem with United. This is I think I feel like I'm repeating myself after every other game. We just kick the ball and hope and pray. It's full of hopium and pray. Like, we don't take it. We need to be very. Is it direct? I feel like I'm repeating myself.
No, you can repeat yourself. We conceded.
I actually don't like repeating myself. I don't like it.
You don't.
The
fact is, the 2 goals that we conceded in the second half was mistakes. It came from mistakes, right? If you look at the header, the 3-1 goal, Chris Wood's header, it was a communication mistake between the goalkeeper, De Ligt, and Martinez. Nobody was taking responsibility. And that just sailed in right. It was a simple goal. The 2-1 goal, Bruno Fernandes sloppy pass. Morgan Gibbs-White runs a free shot and shoots. Yeah, and the ball has a little bit of swirl, but Onana, straight at Onana, he should have saved that. There was 2 stupid goals. 2 stupid goals. So I would say that it was a brain fart for collective team in the second half. But I'm not going to point fingers because we know who they are. I'm going to say big up Nuno for setting up the team that he set up. And when you come away with 3-2 victory with that low stats, tells you he got a spot on. You don't always have to sort of have the possession and everything, right? If you look at Leicester 2016, Leicester had very low possession-based football and won the league. They're counter-attacking. 2016. Sorry, guys. Anyway, it is what it is, peeps. We lost the game. There's a lot of work to be done. I don't know more what to say. It's a free hit. Yeah, it's a brain fart. Ugarte was playing well today, I would say. Any positives at all, guys? Any positives?
Ahmad, as per usual, Ahmad is a positive. I think he's one of the few players that is just like making me a little bit happy. He's shining light,
Yeah, and Menu.
Yeah, I love
Menu.
Yeah, do you know what? The younger players, I have nothing. I have a little criticisms here and there, but like nothing too negative. Lenny Euro could have done better in some places, but I'm not gonna really hit him too hard.
Let me explain what Forest did well, which didn't allow us. When I speak about mid-block, you noticed that we didn't have much time on the ball. They were pressing us very, very well in the mid. They didn't give us time on the ball. Like, so we were very sloppy in distributing the ball in the middle, right? So everything kind of went out. They were forcing the ball going out to Dalot, right? And we didn't get anywhere, but they set up a mid block. And if you do that really well, this is what you get, right? And plus, they set up a low block as well in the second half, because they went for defending the lead by substituting out the goal scorers with a defensive attribute instead. So I think Nuno set this up perfectly fine. I was like, that was a masterpiece for Nuno.
What that tells me is that we need to be better with pass and move, run into space, pass and move.
Speed.
Because you won't get that kind of time on the ball that you're comfortable with.
But what's frustrating was to watch the build-up play from the back. They were walking slowly, didn't know where to pass it. If you noticed.
Yes, because sometimes these players weren't showing for the ball.
They wouldn't know. And when we tried to do these fast passes, we couldn't find each other. There was clear and obvious, like, there was missed passes going, where are you passing the ball? Why did you pass in this channel? Why didn't you run? So much work to be done. But I agree with Neil Driscoll. The best team won the game, 100%.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, it is what it is. Should we just call it a quits? It's been 2 hours and 57 minutes of streaming, and Poppy just disappeared, I guess. Doctor, any final words? What happened to Bailey Tech? Is he still sleeping? Is he all right, Doctor?
Oh God!
Like we need to check on him after the stream.
He's sleeping.
He's gone. He fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
The game was so bad. I won't lie. I understand where he was coming from, because I turned off my TV and it's cold here, and so I have snuggled myself. I was falling asleep. I had you guys on the background. I was like, I had to force myself to wake up, because I get it. You know what? He slept out of anger.
I'm looking at that ball. Euro passes to Fernandes. Look, and he's just totally mispassed it, which leads that it's a free hit. Now I'm looking at where the defenders are, totally wide open, and a wide, just a straight shot at Onana. It was a little bit of a bender. The ball went like a little bit like that. So Onana went this way.
To be fair, it's been when I say really windy, so. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm defending Onana, but I can kind of understand where sometimes the ball would bend a little bit.
No, if you look at the replay, like just before, because he gets down, he's expecting the ball to come straight at him, and then it just pivots.
But I'm looking at the replay with Chris Wood's header, De Ligt, Onana. And there's no communication. Both ball watching. It's like, are you going to save it? Martin is like, oh no,
but
it was an easy
Onana shouldn't even be trying to communicate with De Ligt there. There shouldn't be any wondering from Onana who's going to go
and claim it.
Exactly. That's your ball. That's your area. You go. And even if it means you have to take out De Ligt in front of you, you go get that ball because it's yours.
Knock him out. It's your ball. Just claim your ball.
Yeah.
That was like a balloon header ball.
Exactly.
Like a balloon header.
So I need to go.
Yeah, we all need to go.
Yeah. Before I go, I want to say two things. One, people are saying I sound like Ty from AFTV. Very funny. Y'all are funny. And it's flattering because I really respect Ty. Everybody loves Ty. Shout out to Ty. Anyway, number two, we are facing in the next 10 days, 12 days, over the span of 12 days or something like that. We're facing, we have one Europa League game, a Premier League game, and the quarterfinal for the Carabao Cup. I don't see us winning any of those three, and I'm going to be frank with you guys. It has to be a gift from God if we win any of those three.
Carabao Cup. Who we
Yeah,
playing in
against
Carabao?
Tottenham. Tottenham
Oh yeah,
away.
yeah, slapped them.
It's all 3 games are away games.
Mm.
I don't see.
Okay.
So let's prepare. I'm going to say let's
Wait,
prepare our mind. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's prepare for the best team. Go for
Yeah.
a spurt. Yeah.
Let's prepare. If we get a draw out of City game, I'll be pleased. Tottenham, as much as I just want us to win the Tottenham game, just to save my head and ears from
I think
Spurs, but I
let's
don't think it's gonna happen.
let's just be brave and go make Pep's life a little bit more harder. Like I want us to go there and slap them up, right? And then I want to slap up Ange as well. So yeah, that's my.
Did you say the banjo swells? I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But let's just call it quits, guys. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the ball was bending and Onana missed it, and this was a bender. You know what
Yeah,
Ruben was saying? We got to
was.
suffer a bit. I am looking at that point. It was not the best. It is what it is. We got to be real. It's a lot of work to be
This
done.
was a good therapy session, though. You made me feel a lot better because I had to I was starting to get panicky.
It's just football, people. It's just a game.
I know.
I stopped thinking.
Man. It's not just football for me. It's my life.
I'm better now.
Mine too.
10 years ago, I was horrible. I used to fall out, cry. Now I'm better. I've gotten to panicky.
I got used to this team making me feel shit over the weekend. So this season, I said I'm not going to set any expectations. I said, I know that these players going to let me down. So why should I, suffer? And that's why I'm saying football is just a game. Yeah, it is escapism. You build your expectations. The weekend is coming. Oh yeah, let's get some result. But there's always that little butterfly in your stomach, that little doubt that you don't know, what you're going to get. So therefore, I said, fuck it. I'm just going to enjoy watching. I just want to see, good football.
Yeah,
and development and
and you know what I've started doing? I've actually started watching championship games, and actually I've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm falling in love with football again.
Yeah, but anyway, peeps, don't take it. I see a lot of people get emotional. I know it's spoiling.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. Words of wisdom. Just it's a game, right? Go do something else. Like if you can't take it, take a break, step away for a bit. Like
go for a walk.
Yeah,
watch a movie.
I personally, I don't find any satisfaction in being repetitive. Right?
Yeah.
I hear the same thing. People are pointing fingers on certain players, and this is the manager's fault. This is the Glazer's fault, and it's a calamity of a shit show that's been in the making since Sir Alex Ferguson left. So
exactly.
And I'm positive to feel that this current manager feels right, but in his players, and you got to sort of look at it that he just came in trying to get his message across, change of system, players are trying to understand that, in the middle of a fucking season. What are you expecting? So it's always the hope that kills you, and it's always the expectation that we are Man United, we should be winning. But listen, it is what it is. We are on a proper rebuild at the moment, and he is the Ineos guy. And yeah, man, I love this club. I love this team. I love watching United. I never miss a game, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if we lose, I still love my club, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
But do you know what? It sucks because I'm trying to introduce my son to Manchester United, and every time I want to, I'm like, I'm too scared because I'm like, what if they lose? He's gonna ask me, why is your team losing? And I'm like,
yeah, but I that's unfortunate because I grew up watching United under the greatness, right? So we were winning, we were unstoppable. So I'd gone through that period of what witnessing my club going to be like, for 13 years or 11 years, we haven't won a Premier League. Like, this is unprecedented. Like, because I grew up with Sir Alex Ferguson,
Exactly, me too. Yeah.
My granddad watched Busby Babes, so I heard a lot of stories, like, so it definitely hurts, because I know, like Ruben Amorim said, like, we are the biggest club, but not the biggest team, which is correct. So that's why I'm just saying this shit team has been collected by 5 different managers, right? 4 at least.
Yeah.
So the difference is with Amorim under 4 years in Sporting, that he basically developed this team from scratch. He took academy players up, made him something. He turned this striker called Gyökeres to world beater. There was nobody in the Premier League. Brighton didn't want him, loaned him out to the Premiership Coventry, and then sold him 20 million. So I'm saying that I know that there is abilities in certain players, and certain players that you should bank on is the youth, the youngers, because they are quick to learn and recover. But then it's hard to teach an old dog to sit, or new tricks. Right.
Ooh.
So 5 years from now, if we look at the Manchester United team, half of the squad will not even be there. Hell, I even argued that more than them will not be there, right?
Oh, definitely.
But the ones that will be there will be Kobe Mainoo for sure. He will be Ahmad, I would say, Lenny Yoro, and who else? Rasmus Højlund, potentially. And that's about it, what I know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Sure. Now, regarding the new ownerships and the ticketing hike, I am 100% against it. Even for kids to go and watch football, has to pay the full price. But trust me, even if you protest, they will just sell the seats to tourists that come there, because there's so many fans all around the world that will travel and die to get the ticket and go watch United. So we are the biggest club in terms of pulling power, in terms of the fan base. But currently, if you look at the squad, we are not the biggest. We are not. We are far, far off.
Well, it's like Amarin said, he said that we're like the biggest club, but we don't have the biggest team.
No,
or the
and
best
we should,
team.
and we should have. This is what hurts me. Like, back in the days, I'm tired of talking about back in the days, but we used to go and we never used to go and look at, we should get this striker, Solanke, or this. We used to have the best strikers. That's the thing.
And people used to beg to come.
Yeah. We used to have the best midfielder. And then it came the era after, like, Sir Alex Ferguson left, and we ended up with this Marwan Fellaini, my God, aging Mata, aging, what's his name? Can't forget his name. And the Serbian guy, Matic.
Matic.
Ibrahimovic. When Jose came in, it's like brought back Pogba, Ibrahimovic, and shit like that. But it was still a mismatch of things. But we used to have the best players in every position, like, 100%. And we used to have wingers that could cross the ball. We used to have a midfield that could create. We used to have this never say die. We used to fight for each other. And that I don't see with this team.
Yeah.
There's no togetherness. There's like, you can see that certain players are clicking with each other, but you can see that there is a big divide, And
when it comes to creation, there's only one player who's really creating clear-cut chances. Just one player, and that's Ahmad, by and large, right? So we are having what I noticed in our games now. The difference since Amarin joined is that we're having a lot of the ball. We see so much of the football, but we are not converting that into good chances.
You're
right?
spot on. We have a lot of the ball, and I said, like, if you look at the statistics, 72% possession. Since Amorim came in, we've been having, Ten Hag said he was a possession-based football guy. We're having more possession than Amorim. We're having more of the ball, the way we are moving the ball within each other. But what you said, and he acknowledged himself, the final third is not clicking. We haven't had time to develop it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
And that's why I'm saying though that it, what's that again?
what the hell was that? Somebody had a bad stomach. Anyway, everyone's getting some jitters here. Anyway, binge guy, no killers on the pitch, not good enough. Simple as that. Absolutely smashing truth.
He needs to
And
get some youngsters in that thing. Get some
yeah,
of these
I
youngsters.
think he's trying. He's trying because the Kukonki kid is gonna join. Definite. Goodswill. I hope
Yeah,
that's his
but
name.
he's a defender. He's a defender. I'm thinking about
Yes, strikers, right?
attacking not striker necessarily. I'm talking about because our main issue right
Oh,
now is attacking midfielders. They are not
a lot
creating
of them are,
properly.
and I won't lie. I've
they
seen
don't
them
simply
play
fit
the under
together. They
18s,
don't.
and
You know what?
they are
You're right.
great, but I don't know if they're ready for the
We
instant.
can't keep,
Like,
but we can't keep saying they're not ready. We can't do that because the ones we have there, thinking that they are ready, are clearly not. So we have to do
Well,
so
something.
what the problem is, what's taking off their space is Ericsson and Casemiro, two aging players on the bench, right? They are stopping the path. We certainly do have creators and attacking midfielders in Jack Fletcher, for instance. We do
yeah,
have a lot of what's his name? I forget. Toby Collier as well. We do have also Dango Jr. as well. But a lot of these players, senior players, are blocking their path. Now
Dango
you
just
also
came
have
from an injury.
Dango
He
came
just
from an
came.
injury. Yeah,
So yeah,
but Cheetah Obi Martin is killing it. You know,
amazing player.
Yeah.
you know,
But but
and
but but also though, Mick, before you go, even though Cheeto is doing well, he's going to have the same problem that Rasmus has right now if they should
mm,
take him
mm,
and put him
mm.
in the team because he also thrives off service.
No, what I'm saying, like, because when you have certain Mark is kind of like, no, I just want to clarify if you didn't hear what I said. The certain senior players that are blocking the path for the youth to be played, you know. We do have Mark knows he knows the academy players very well, like, But the thing is, you can't just throw them in the deep end and start playing straight away. They got to be embedded, right? That's the thing. So it is what it is. This season is what it is. Just we see where we end up, like, yeah, binge guy saying back in the day, simple forward passes and then shooting target was easy, easy pie, easy peasy. But now copying city possession for too long, so many clubs in England kill the English football heritage. 100%. Yeah, you don't make it. You make it too complicated, right? I'm sitting and watching the game and going like, why are we not penetrating in the middle? Why are we not playing it wide? Why are we not playing more balls to Ahmad? Why are we not crossing? There's simply nothing, no end product going up front. Where we seem to be grinding it from defense into midfield and trying to put the ball in the final third. But this is something that Amarin is aware of, and this is something that has to work on. Hopefully, we come Christmas, we will have some break and we can work on certain things. But you can imagine yourself coming in with new coaching stuff and new coaches, and you don't have time to train and implement, right? Just have to give instructions, and hopefully they're intelligent enough to get it.
Yeah, that's true. I want to just quickly say though that there's absolutely nothing. Sometimes I don't know. Maybe we're a little bit too emotional sometimes, but um,
You're
there's
absolutely
absolute
right, bottom mark. Yeah.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with having good build up, with playing possession football. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want us to make it look as though, hey, we don't need to have possession football. Just kick it, kick that forward pass so that it goes to the forward, and we take more shots. No, there's nothing wrong with playing football having good possession, being patient with the ball at times. As
Yeah,
long as you understand how to transition from your midfield to your forward.
simple.
Obviously, we don't have it yet, but as long as Amarin can teach these guys how to do it or get the right players that will match that
Teach. I
profile.
mean, when you say this teach, doesn't, are they kids? These guys are professional footballers, and I agree with Mark. They wrote off the season when they sacked Tanag because they knew what they were getting into, right?
Yeah.
But y-
Um,
teach these
but
professional footballers to play football doesn't sound good in my ears, man. Seriously.
yeah, I know it kind of sounds away, but the truth is they are not the final product anyway. So and that's why coaching is important. Unless we are going to say that coaching is irrelevant, then fine. But coaching is teaching. So and there are some things that we really need time to have these players drilled into, because they have not been doing that
Yeah,
apparently.
I mean, most head coaches and managers and trainers, they do patterns of play, they do drills until it gets memorized in your muscle memory or your backbone, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
and
trying to say.
it's not a hard concept to understand. Listen, I play music, and I
Me
played
too.
music. I played the keyboard for. I've been playing that for over 25 years, but
Mhm.
up until 5 years ago, I was not able to play efficiently with my left hand, and I told myself that it just wouldn't work for me. I couldn't do it. But there were some songs that I really wanted to play, and I couldn't do it effectively if I didn't learn my left hand. So I really got down to it, really stuck down to it, really started watching some videos and thing and how to train my left hand and all. And now I can play efficiently as good with my left hand as I can with my right. So there are things that you can learn even though it seems difficult. You can, if you apply yourself, you can learn it. Now, I'm not
Yeah, but
saying though that everybody is going to, just automatically learn
okay.
how to do things under Amarin, but at least there are some players who he can get an extra couple of percent out of them.
Let's put it like this: the entire academy and the entire squad that's on the pitch was schooled to play Ten Hag's ball, right?
Exactly.
They were. And all of a sudden, you get a new manager and turns everything upside down to say, nah, now we're going to play this way. And people expect us to get results. It's going to take time because you got to revert it back to the academy. So the academy players play the same style of Amarin ball. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what Mark was saying is absolutely spot on. It's like simply writing off the season to experiment to get this right because, hey, this is kind of like a preseason for him, right? He's trying to sort of understand what's going on and this is working, this is not working. But I'm getting a little bit more critical of this rotation because I do get it, injuries do happen. But this is also costing you inconsistency by not starting games with your best striker, the best defenders, the best midfielders, instead of subbing them in the second half. You catch my drift, right?
Right.
By the time we come to the second half, we might be already game over, 2-1 down. What we should do is go in the first half, kill off the game like Arteta did, 2 years ago, pedal to the metal, just choke out, right? It's
Yeah,
how
I
you
understand
start.
that. I
It's
agree.
kind of how you start the game that will set the tone for the remaining of the match. Simple. When we conceded its 92nd goal, it was kind of written there, because this puts like a memory, fit imprint in the players. Like shit, we are 90 seconds. We fought back, we got up, and then we conceded, and then mentality drop again. It's difficult to pick yourself up, like to win the game when you're 3-2 down, right? You've been done twice already. So it's
Right.
got to also be mentality.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, guys, it's been a lengthy stream. It's been a therapy. Doctor was muted. We have Balitek fell asleep. Poppy just disappeared. And yeah, I mean, I don't have any expectations. Like I was on a private chat and I said, look, I don't have an expectation this season. it is what it is. We had a horrible start. You know, we got rid of Ten Hag. We got a new manager in. He's got a clear philosophy. We can see, we can see what he's trying to do. It's not really clicking into all 5 gears as of yet. And but we'll get there eventually. We'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, again, for me, it's a season write-off, but eventually we're going to do what we need to do. I believe that, and we already knew that it wasn't going to be smooth. It wasn't going to be easy. The manager told us we were going to suffer,
Suffer.
so we have to be willing to suffer. I'm not going to come here like some people talking about, you wanted this, because I see somebody posting something at me, that I wanted this. I wanted what? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, I
So
gotta close the stream now because it's like 3:30 a.m. in the morning for me, man. I don't know words, but we will continue tomorrow, guys. And listen,
there's a 24-hour difference, Mick.
Where are you?
I'm in Jamaica, man. It's
Oh my
3:30 p.m.
Shit, it's 12 hours difference, isn't it? Right? Or is it
Yeah,
12?
12 hour, 12. No, it's not 12. Is it 12? Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sitting in Phuket, Thailand, streaming from here. It is 3:34 a.m. It's time to close the shop.
Yeah, I'm in London, so we're worldwide, guys.
7
worldwide.
Hours. Big up. And I'm just curious what happened to Bali Tech. He fell asleep. First time ever in a stream that I have somebody falling asleep. But this is what United does for you guys. But anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. Everyone, be patient. And if you're suffering mental health, just go do something else. Just go for a walk. Walk
or
the
go
dog.
sleep.
Relax.
Yeah, watch a movie.
Or go sleep like Bali.
Yeah.
Go watch a movie. I see Mark's coming in right now, but we're going to close the shop, Mark. So, yeah, too late, buddy. It's 3:30 in the morning. And that's about it. Guys, take it easy.
Good night.
Oh, hang on.
Good
Mark
night or
wants
good
to have a
morning.
final say. Or Mark, you there?
No, I was just listening to you guys. I literally just get home from Netherlands.
Yeah,
bro,
no
so
problem. So I was just
it's
about
one
to
of
close
those
the shop.
things.
Yeah.
I just saw somebody the highlights and the statistics of the game, and I was just like, how we lose this game. And
How they would lose? Yeah, I was saying.
I saw some
No.
replays, and I was just like, yo, this too easy, man. Like,
Yeah,
this just
It was-
remind me of last season in the Champions
Yeah.
League. You know what I mean? And
You looked at the stats as well, and pass completion, possession, and you
I
go
mean,
like
I'm like,
shots
that's
on
what I'm
target. It's
saying.
like, how do we
It's
lose this?
shocking. It's shocking. But at the end of the day, I'm not blaming our rim because, like I said to
No,
them
no.
before,
No.
it's gonna take some time. We go get some hidings. We go get some ups and downs. We go win some. We
Listen,
will lose some. But it is what
Big
it is.
congrats to Thomas Frank that spanked Newcastle with 4-2. Big
Oh,
congrats.
yes.
Big congrats for Crystal Palace as well, 2-2. Pep is now scratching his head more. What's going on? It was a blip. So we have City away, Mark, and they're there for the taking. The mental monsters are broken.
Yeah,
They just had one victory, and today they have a draw.
I know what to say about that one, because I feel like, the mental monsters, we might get them a leg up in that game, This game here was the game for us to get ourselves in a little bit of confidence going into the City game, and it's difficult to, I think we're going away
Did you hear?
I think we're going away to Czech Republic on Wednesday in the Europa League. I believe it's the Czech Republic we're going to. Yeah, it's going to be a long run of games going into
Was it
Christmas.
Pleasant? Is it Pleasant?
Yeah, Victoria Pleasant.
Pilsner. Victoria Pilsner.
Yeah,
All right.
Pilsner. So it'll be an interesting one, guys. You know what I mean? Those stress, like I would tell everybody, it was a game. We're not that finished article yet. Bernie Trey, you're right about that one. Of course, a lot of changes had happened, a lot of improvements need to be made, but a lot of players also need to be moved on. This is not the time for us to be getting the best sort of players unless they're under 23.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If anybody over 25, bro, yeah, they need to be, dealt with severely and very strictly, because this culture ruining United. We doing too many favors to some of these players. Too many sentimental values right now.
Except Ogarty.
Yeah, except for
guys, I'm
All the guys
wondering.
who just come, forget them guys. But the guys who've been here for at least, let me say, 3 or 4 seasons plus and over 25, get rid. Just get rid. You know what I mean?
Kenny is right. Amarin did warn us there was a storm coming, and today we actually had a storm. It's like psychic. What's going on? Anyway, just want to have your final take on Jose Mourinho's pop at Pep. That was classic. Like, you know,
factual and classy as usual.
6 on a cheat. Like, you called him a cheat.
But it's true, Mick. It's true. Listen, let me be real
He
about life.
definitely had a pop of City and cheating bastards.
And you think Pep knows exactly what's happening at City, but he's just playing the fool.
Yeah.
It can happen at both the clubs he been to for more than a certain period of time where he win the most. You know what I mean? It didn't happen at Bayern because Bayern not going to do those things. We can be real there. You know what I mean? Certain people
I think that Pep Guardiola is a psycho. I think that he's so obsessed and narcissistic, right? That he cannot accept losing, right? So that kind of person would do anything to win.
Nothing wrong with that, you know, but
no.
At some point, you gotta be honest. I mean, I feel like, you know, I would appreciate my club going to all lengths to win.
Shit
but
that he
at some
says
point,
in
you gotta keep
interviews.
it within a certain boundary. You know what I mean?
But shit that he says in interviews, somebody just put a gag order on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, are you crazy? This coming out like, bro.
I mean, people love this about Pep. People love the uncanny things he say, the weird things he does, and they never really criticize him for it. But now it all, you know, as Man City not winning games and things looking a little bleak, and you know they go through all these things. Now these things will be more criticized. It is what it is at the end of the day, guys. Let these guys do what they do. You know, the court will take care of everything. We need, as Man United, need to focus on Man United. Of course, we could think about all the other teams around us, but this one season is the one season we just need to focus at home and just let ourselves build, focus on it, believe in the project, because at the end of the day, anytime we lose faith in this project before next season begins, we in big problems, guys. So we need to back this project, stop looking at what's going on around, and just focus on home.
No, I don't really care about this season. Like, you know, to be honest, I just want to see, because I know the real season begins in the summer. You know, with a proper preseason, proper managers recruitment, get rid of certain players, sell certain players. But you know what? You got to look at it. This guy came in. This is not even his place. He's trying to implement a new system. Repeat. Like, what do you expect, right? One thing, if you got in the manager that will play the same style of football, there is no changes whatsoever. It was something different. But he refuses to do that. Like, we're going to play my way, and that's it. Right? So it's going to take time.
Yeah, it was the same way before. It's just a lengthier process now. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, we've seen similar traits and trends that was happening previously with the other manager that are happening right now. And we could safely say now at this point, we know what the problem is. We could identify the factual problems now. It's players in the squad not giving 100% week in, week out.
Villa finally won a game, right?
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, I think against Southampton, didn't they? Anyway, it's time to close the shop. I'm absolutely buggered. Like, you know, all I want to do is cure my bloody flu that's been going on for 4 weeks. I want to see Ruben Amorim's post-match interview because I haven't watched it as of yet. So I'm dying to hear what he has to say. Hopefully, he will call them out.
Yeah, I hope so, because I mean, it happened every first season. Managers just call these brothers out. Then the second season is protect them 100%. So
he kind of backed up Onana by saying, you know, Onana has been saving
He was defending him.
Yeah,
no choice.
So he says,
nobody, you know, Onana has been good.
He has been good, but I'll be honest with you. I like to treat things game by game, and of course, when you make certain big saves, something, and then some of these casual saves that he tried to make that turn into goals, like the third goal. God help me, bro. My grandmother could save that.
Yeah.
I mean, coming straight at you, you gotta lie down. You don't put your foot up. You lie down in front of the ball and make sure and block. These is proper basics. And understand, like, I'm not taking away his good performances. Not taking away from his good performances, but this cannot happen in our next game. You know, it's these simple little things that you take for granted that has cost us.
What do? Do you take him out of the line, or do you line him up again to gain his confidence?
Bro, take him out of the lineup. Just time for buying there to get some game time.
Yeah.
Let him play
rotate the
Premier League and let Brian there play Europa League now and give him something to worry about. I mean, I'm not saying don't start him in the Premier League. Keep him in the Premier League starting, but let Brian there take over now the Europa League.
Right. I see the viewers are dropping off, so thank you everyone for tuning in, and big up for all of you. It's been a mature post-match conversation and a highlight. And whatever you do, chill, relax, watch a TV show, walk the dog, think about something else, and we'll be back again. Mark, thank you for coming in.
Big up to everyone.
Doctor as well.
I'm shocked
everyone
you
that was
guys
here.
were still on. Big up to Doctor. Big up to Bernie
Bye,
Dre.
Mark.
I don't get Bernie Dre on my channel too often, and I'm so happy.
Yeah. And that's about it. Let's close the shop and enjoy the rest of
Good night,
the evening,
guys.
should we? Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you for watching.
Good night, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye. And that's about it.